Welcome back. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on News X. Schools have reopened in Riyasi as normalcy returns after cessation of hostilities between India and Pakistan. Remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has issued a very stern message to Pakistan, which shields terrorists and terrorism. Ajay Jandiyal is joining us live for more details on this story from Jammu and Kashmir. Ajay, what is the situation now in Riyasi? Are schools there now reopening?
Yes, what we have seen that 5 districts of Jammu province and about 9 districts of Kashmir schools are opened, and it's a good thing because people and students, those who were suffering because of the ongoing situation, they were not able to get studies properly, and online studies were not going on. But now these schools are opened in Riyasi, in Ramban, in Kiswa, Doda, Udhampur. Whereas this school in districts of Kathua, Samba, Jammu, Rajouri, Poonch, Jammu province, that will remain closed because of the ongoing situation. Because what our sources are saying that after yesterday's incident where drone was spotted and drone attack, we can say that was again spotted by the Indian forces, that has been decided that school will remain closed in 5 districts of Jammu, those are border districts, and it is to ensure the safety and the security of the locals and the students.
All right, Ajay, thank you for joining us with those updates. The BJP is slated to spearhead an 11-day-long Tiranga Yatra across the country starting today following the success of Operation Sindu, which struck terror infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Remember, this comes after Prime Minister Narendra Modi made it abundantly clear that Operation Sindu is India's policy against terror, and India will hit back if a terror attack is orchestrated against the nation. Mendi Garg is joining us for more details on this story. Mendi, take us through the BJP's plans to organize this Tiranga Yatra. Is it just in Delhi or is it going to happen countrywide?
Well, indeed, the day after Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the nation for the first time after the ceasefire between India and Pakistan, and also after the successful launch of Operation Sindu, now the BJP is set to launch, 11-day-long Tiranga Yatra across the country. It's not only in Delhi, but it will be across the country and in different states, and also in the village areas, the different districts also, where the BJP leaders will be accompanying the Karyakartas and also the people of this country in this Tiranga Yatra, where the Nukkad Sabhas will be happening, the rallies will be happening, and also, as per the information that we are getting right now in Delhi, this Tiranga Yatra has been named as the Shaurya Saman Yatra, which will start at 4 p.m. in the evening, which will be attended by the CM Rekha Gupta and also the cabinet ministers. So, yesterday we all heard there that how Prime Minister Modi addressed the nation, and he said that we have set a new normal, and Operation Sindoor is our policy against terror. And now through the Yatra, through the Tiranga Yatra, which will run from today till 23rd May, as in the 11-day-long Tiranga Yatra, party sources said that the BJP is looking to rally people, including the prominent members of the society, around India's campaign against terrorism. And not only this, but also the party sources have said that the campaign's tone will not be overtly political, but also they are looking to galvanize people over an issue that has drawn support from all sections of the society, and it will be the rally which will portray the patriotism against terrorism and unity against terrorism. And as part of the Tiranga Yatra, also the BJP will hold nationwide processions where the tricolor would be carried by participants, by the BJP leaders, the senior leaders, the prominent members of the country, and also the Karyakartas, the civilians, which will all be on roads, in their support to the air forces, to the defense forces as well. And yes, this is a big step that has been taken by the BJP and the senior BJP leaders also, including the union ministers, the organizational functionaries, the CMs of different states. As for Delhi, CM Rekha Gupta will be attending. In Haryana, CM Nayab Singh Saini will be attending this Tiranga Yatra, and they will all join the campaign. And through the top party leaders, including Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh, JP Nadda, or also the BJP, who are also, the BJP's top leadership have held deliberations on the issue also. And JP Nadda has already held meetings with party general secretaries, including Tarun Chugh, Vinod Tavre and Dushyant Gautam, to finalize this exercise. So all these big names, all the top leadership of the Bharatiya Janata Party will also be attending these Tiranga Yatras that will be held from today till 23rd May for 11 days rather there, and all the senior leadership will be attending this Tiranga Yatra. Yes, Uday.
Appreciate you joining us, Mehendi Garg, with those details. Now, addressing the nation on Monday night for the first time after the ceasefire between India and Pakistan, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that India had drawn a new red line on terror emanating from Pakistan and underlined that India had just suspended Operation Sindoor because Pakistan rushed to the world after suffering damage, and it would work closely now, be watching the activities of Pakistan. He's also made it abundantly clear that Operation Sindoor is India's policy against terror, and India will hit back if a terror attack is orchestrated against the nation. So, powerful message being sent out by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. PM Modi has sent out a big message on terror, of course, to Pakistan. Prime Minister Modi also has said that Operation Sindoor is merely suspended, not over. The PM had also, of course, said in a message to the world that terror and trade cannot go together. Terror and talks cannot go together. Some big statements, of course, being made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Let's quickly play out some of the highlights of his address.
हमने आतंकवादियों को मिट्टी में मिलाने के लिए भारत की सेनाओं को पूरी छूट दे दी और आज हर आतंकी, आतंक का हर संगठन जान चुका है कि हमारी बहनों बेटियों के माथे से सिंदूर हटाने का अंजाम क्या होता है। साथियों, ऑपरेशन सिंदूर ये सिर्फ नाम नहीं है, ये देश के कोटि-कोटि लोगों की भावनाओं का प्रतिबिंब है। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर न्याय की अखंड प्रतिज्ञा है। 6 मई की देर रात, 7 मई की सुबह पूरी दुनिया ने इस प्रतिज्ञा को परिणाम में बदलते देखा है। भारत की सेनाओं ने
Group Captain UK Devnath, defense expert, is joining us now live on the broadcast. Group Captain Devnath, what stood out for you in Prime Minister Modi's first address after Operation Sindoor?
Oh yes, very, very clearly Modi ji brought out to the nation that Pakistan's nuclear blackmail has been snubbed. Now India has told Pakistan very categorically that in case Pakistan keeps sending terrorists into India and J&K like this, then next response will be like on similar lines or maybe a little more lethal. Pakistan till now depended upon, they were thinking that since they also have some nuclear weapons, so India probably will not retaliate against them. Now, second message was absolutely clear that in case Pakistan wants to save its skin in future from such a massive Indian strike, then it must stop sending terrorists to India. Nation has believed Modi ji. Armed forces have achieved what they were set to do. There was a desire in people of India to know why ceasefire has been agreed upon. But he did clear very clear categorically that our aim was to take revenge for what happened in Pahalgam. Our aim was to teach Pakistan a lesson for killing 26 citizens in Pahalgam. We have achieved our aim for the time being, and that's why Operation Sindoor is on ceasefire. It is absolutely clear that Operation Sindoor continues. Ceasefire may be a temporary pause only. In case Pakistan makes the mistake of sending few more terrorists into India, or in case Pakistan tries to create trouble inside India or J&K once again, then it will be treated as an act of war, and India will take suitable, that means a similar tactical action against Pakistan as we took it in on the nights of 9, 10, 11, 12 May.
Do you believe then that, this wasn't just an address on one operation? This was Prime Minister Modi laying out now what India's policy on terror is going to be, what the Modi doctrine on terror is going to be going ahead?
Exactly. Modi ji addressed three types of audience in his address. One was people of India who are rejoicing our victory or supremacy over Pakistan. Second was audience in Pakistan, normal civilian awam, ordinary people of Pakistan who cannot understand the massive propaganda of their government, that is their army, that their army is very superior and their army can tackle India. It was also addressed towards, obliquely though, towards people of Pakistan, Aam Awam. Third target of Modi ji's address was international audience, in which we have again told Western world, especially people who try to support Pakistan directly, indirectly, or through their press briefs, that India will take any action in future also to safeguard its own interest. And there was a hint that probably President Donald Trump did not play a major role in this entire negotiation for calling of ceasefire. He made it clear, absolutely clear, that Trump is undeservingly trying to gain traction out of his initiatives. Yes.
All right. We're getting more news coming in. Stay with us. In the aftermath of the cowardly attacks on innocent Indian tourists at Pahalgam by Pakistani-sponsored terrorists on the 22nd of April, the Indian Navy's carrier battle group, surface forces, submarines and aviation assets were deployed immediately at sea with full combat readiness. In concert with the joint operational plan of the Indian Defence Forces, within 96 hours of the terrorist attack, the Indian Navy had tested and refined tactics and procedures at sea during multiple weapon firings in the Arabian Sea, revalidating the crew, armament, equipment and platform readiness to deliver various ordnance on selected targets precisely. The visuals, in fact, on your screen now have been shared by the Indian Navy. Aditya Vadavan is live with us for more on this story. Aditya, the Indian Navy, of course, showed a great heft, aptitude and prowess throughout Operation Sindoor. Take us through what the strategy really was and how that was implemented at sea.
Well, absolutely, Uday. You see, the Indian Navy has been on alert, since this barbaric and cowardly terror attack had happened in Pahalgam. Several warships have been, regularly exercising in the Arabian Sea, close to the, the coast in the Arabian Sea. And, at this juncture, it is very crucial to note that the Navy has all the mechanisms in its place and all the power in its place, to considerably target the Karachi port, because, major trade of Pakistan happens through the Karachi port. And, in case if any mischief by Pakistan again happens, or it, sends or it tries to infiltrate terrorists in India, the Navy has the option of striking the Karachi port hard, and it will have severe dire consequences for Pakistan, because Pakistani economy is already in shambles, and if there is an strike on the Karachi port, then the trade of Pakistan will be severely affected. So at this juncture, it is very essential, to note that the Indian Navy is now maintaining a huge vigil and alert in the Arabian Sea, in and around the borders with Pakistan. Yes, Uday.
Group Captain UK Devnath, defense expert, is with us live. Group Captain Devnath, what stood out throughout Operation Sindoor was the synergy between our three forces and the way they worked together in close coordination. According to, how was the prowess of the Indian Navy?
We always thought it was a silent service, but this time they showed their determination to prove that they are one of the most contributing arm of the armed forces. More significant was the political balance can be tilted by India by use of Navy. Army always attacks on land, it has some impact on enemy. Air Force always attacks the enemy from air, it has some impact on enemy. But in case Indian Navy is capable of blocking Karachi or Gwadar and ensuring that no ship with Pakistani flag goes out of Karachi or Gwadar to other countries. And conversely, no ship from other countries, no Pakistani ship which is returning from other countries to Karachi or Gwadar is allowed to enter. That will break back of Pakistan economy within 15 days. Pakistan normally maintains a strategic reserve of oil for 15 days. So all ships, Pakistani ships, which are returning from Gulf to Pakistan with oil, crude oil, if we just, our Navy, if it blocks them only for 15 days, Pakistan's economy will be in turmoil. Yes.
All right. Group Captain Devnath, also, of course, this also shows what the forces can do going ahead as well in future operations if this synergy continues to play out. Also, the Indian Navy has said that it was prepared, to be more aggressive if needed as well. If the operation would have continued for more days, if there were further provocations by the Pakistanis.
Oh yes, definitely. Armed forces, in any democracy, armed forces remain the last option of diplomacy. Wherever politics, international politics or diplomacy fails with an enemy country, thereafter the country assigns this role to armed forces to soften the enemy or to make the enemy toe our line. Now, definitely our armed forces are ready to take on more challenging assignments. There was a very popular sentiment in India during last 5 days that Indian armed forces must enter Pakistan and ensure that it breaks into 2, 3, 4 pieces. Similarly, there was a huge demand, popular demand from our citizens all across the country that probably right time to snatch POK away from Pakistan. All depends upon instructions which emanate from Government of India, from External Affairs Ministry. You see, probably I must tell the viewers that Ministry of Defense takes the cue, or rather Ministry of Defense takes formal instructions from External Affairs Ministry on these two issues. One, whether Indian armed forces should enter Pakistan on ground and from air. For example, from air we didn't send our fighter bombers this time. Second part is, similarly, Ministry of Defense takes its instruction from External Affairs Ministry whether armed forces should enter Pakistan POK and unite POK with our part of Jammu and Kashmir. These are decisions taken by government purely at External Affairs Ministry.
Yes. Okay. Group Captain Devnath, thank you for joining us with your perspective on that story. Also, thanks to Aditya who joined us earlier. In more news now coming in, the Board of Control for Cricket in India has officially confirmed the resumption of the Tata Indian Premier League 2025 season following a temporary suspension. The tournament will now restart on the 17th of May and conclude with a final on the 3rd of June. The decision was taken after detailed consultations with government authorities, security agencies and all key stakeholders involved in the tournament. Arzu Sir is joining us for more details on this story. Arzu, after cessation of hostilities between India and Pakistan, how soon is the IPL likely to resume?
Well, the remaining matches of the IPL tournament, which was suspended on May 8 for a week due to the cross-border tension between India and Pakistan, will be played at 6 venues, and they will start from 17th May. And also the venues are Bengaluru, Jaipur, Delhi, Lucknow, Mumbai, and Ahmedabad. The venues for the playoff will be announced later, but the matches will be played on the following dates. The qualifier 1 will be played on May 29, the eliminator on May 30, the qualifier 2 on June 1, and the final on June 3rd. So a total of 17 matches will be played after the resumption, and also two double headers, both of which will be played on Sundays. The revised schedule features 13 league games and 4 playoff matches. This means that the Punjab versus Delhi game, which was called off midway through the first inning on May 8 in Dharamshala, will be played again on May 24th in Jaipur, which will be temporary home base for the Punjab Kings. So there will be, this has been done after the consultation. The BCCI has consultation with the government authorities,
Yes.
and after this, the decision was taken to resume the remaining matches of the IPL yesterday.
Are the foreign players also likely to return now? How likely is that? Because they had also gone back after, the tournament was suspended for a week.
Well, definitely the matches will resume from 17th May.
No, but
So,
will the foreign players return? Because a lot of them have, of course, left India already, Arzu.
Well, definitely the teams has updated the players about the resumption of the remaining matches of the IPL. So the players who have went back will be joining the team again. And as far as the other players are concerned, there will be update that will be coming soon from the IPL franchisees, whether these players are going to come back for the remaining matches, or this will be a setback for the team. So this remains to be seen, because the update will be coming from the team IPL franchisee. But as far as team is concerned and IPL is concerned, it is a good news for the players, and as well also for the the fans who were waiting for the IPL matches, that it will begin soon. And also all the the final of the IPL will be on the 3rd of June yesterday.
All right. Thank you, Arzu, for joining us with those updates. According to our sources, DGMO-level talks between India and Pakistan took place yesterday. It was discussed that no bullets will be fired going forward, military deployment will be reduced, no provocative steps will be taken, unintended escalation should be avoided. Rakesh Kumar Singh is joining us live for more details on this story. Rakesh, what are your sources telling you? What all was discussed in the second round of DGMO-level talks which took place yesterday?
भारत और पाकिस्तान के बीच डीजीएमओ लेवल की टॉक्स हुआ। टॉक्स में जो टेकअवेज हैं उसमें महत्वपूर्ण बात निकल कर आई है कि बॉर्डर पर सैन्य तैनाती कम की जाए, साथ ही कोई गोली नहीं चलाई जाएगी और कोई भड़काऊ कदम नहीं उठाया जाएगा। साथ ही साथ अनइंटेंडेड एस्केलेशन को अवॉइड किया जाना चाहिए। इन तमाम चीजों लेकर बातचीत हुई है। कुछ ही देर बाद जो है इस डीजीएमओ टैक्स जो टॉक्स का सभी चीजें सामने आएंगी, लेकिन सबसे महत्वपूर्ण चीज है उदय कि ये देखना होगा कि आखिरकार पाकिस्तान द्वारा कितना इसका पालन किया जाता है, क्योंकि जिस तरह की पहले घटनाएं हुई हैं उससे पाकिस्तान लगातार जो है नियमों की धज्जियां उड़ाता रहा है। तो ऐसी स्थिति में ये देखना काफी महत्वपूर्ण है कि आखिरकार जो डीजीएमओ लेवल टॉक्स में जो बातें हुई हैं उसके पाकिस्तानी सेना और पाकिस्तानी रेंजर उसको कितना लागू कर पाते हैं।
राकेश, शुक्रिया हमारे संग जुड़ने के लिए। In a major news now for Mumbaikars, the reconstructed Gopal Krishan Gokhale Bridge in Mumbai's Andheri has become fully operational 7 years after it was shut for vehicular traffic. The overpass, commonly known as the Gokhale Bridge, is set to improve east-west connectivity in the western suburb. You may be wondering why this crucial bridge had closed. Well, 2 people were killed and 3 had suffered injuries after a portion of the bridge which runs over railway tracks had collapsed in 2018, prompting the authorities to close traffic on it and conduct a safety audit of all railway bridges of Mumbai. The reconstruction project, which involved demolishing the old structure and building a new one, began in March 2021 with work on both approach roads. Construction over the railway tracks commenced in April 2023. The first phase, allowing movement of light vehicles from west to east, was in fact opened in February last year. Shahid Ansari is joining us for more details on this story. Shahid, how big a relief is this going to be now for Mumbaikars and for traffic in that area after the bridge is thrown open for the public?
जी देखिए, ये चूंकि अंधेरी एरिया में जो है ये ब्रिज का बहुत ही ज्यादा महत्व था, लेकिन और अब जो है चूंकि इसे जो है रिकंस्ट्रक्शन किया गया और उसके बाद अब लोगों के लिए खोल दिया गया है, तो लोगों ने राहत की सांस ली है, क्योंकि इसकी वजह से, इसके बंद होने की वजह से जो है इस इलाके में ट्रैफिक बहुत ज्यादा हो गई थी। और आपको मैं बताऊं कि 2018 में इसका एक हिस्सा ढह गया था, जिसकी वजह से 2 लोगों की मौत हो गई थी और 3 लोग कुछ जख्मी हो गए थे, जिसके बाद इसे पूरी तरह से बंद कर दिया गया था। और प्रशासन पर और बीएमसी को लेकर जो है सवाल उठे थे कि भाई मुंबई के जो इतने ब्रिज हैं इनका क्या। उसके बाद जो है मुंबई में रेलवे पुलों का जो है सुरक्षा ऑडिट कराया गया और उसके बाद इन जो भी ब्रिज इस तरह के रहे हैं, यानी कि जो खराब हालत में जर्जर अवस्था में रहे हैं, उनको जो है पुनर्निर्माण परियोजना के तहत जो है फिर से उनको जो है बनाया गया, जिसमें पुराने जो ढांचे हैं उन्हें जो है डेमोलिश कर दिया गया पूरी तरीके से और फिर नया बनाया गया। इसकी भी जो है 2021 को बनाने का काम शुरू हुआ। 2021 में दोनों तरफ से जो है काम शुरू हुआ और रेलवे ट्रैक पर जो है ये जो निर्माण रहा है इसका 2023 में कंप्लीट हो गया था। आपको मैं बताऊं कि पश्चिम से पूर्व की तरफ जो है हल्के वाहनों की जो है आने जाने की जो अनुमति दी गई थी, फरवरी में ही उसके लिए खोल दिया गया था, लेकिन पूरी तरह से जो है ये ब्रिज नहीं खोला गया था। और जिसके बाद जो है अब जो है ये पूरी तरह से खोल दिया गया है और आपको मैं बताऊं कि काफी राहत है, चूंकि इस एरिया में जो ट्रैफिक रहती थी उसकी वजह से इस ब्रिज के ना होने की वजह से ईस्ट और वेस्ट से ईस्ट के कनेक्टिविटी में बड़ी दिक्कतें पेश आ रही थी। हालांकि इसको लेकर कई बार आलोचनाएं हुई कि भाई ये कब शुरू होगा, कब चालू होगा, और चूंकि रेलवे ट्रैक के ऊपर था तो इसके लिए बहुत ही ज्यादा दिक्कतें भी आ रही थी। और यहाँ पास में ही जो है बने जो बर्फी वाला फ्लाईओवर का जो उत्तरी हिस्सा रहा है उसके साथ की भी जो है कनेक्टिविटी को लेकर कई सारे सवाल भी उठे थे, लेकिन अब जो है जब शुरू हो गया है तब काफी राहत है लोगों की। और इसके साथ साथ जो है गोखले पुल का जो निर्माण के दौरान जो है जो चुनौतियां आई थी उसमें भी जो है बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किलात आई थी, चूंकि रेलवे
बिल्कुल। बड़ा अब राहत की खबर है जैसे आप बता रहे हैं। शाहिद अंसारी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे संग जुड़ने के लिए। As per a statement issued by the Mandya police, renowned agricultural scientist and Padma Shri awardee Dr. Subanna Ayyappan, aged 70, who was missing, has now been found dead. His body has been found in the Kaveri River near Sai Ashram in Srirangapatna. He was living with his wife in Visheshwara Nagar, industrial area of Mysuru. He had gone missing from his home on the 7th of May. He is survived by his wife and 2 daughters. The Srirangapatna police have registered a case and started an investigation into the reason for the death. The police received information about the sighting of an unidentified body in the river on Saturday evening. When they reached the spot and retrieved the body from the river, the scientist's identity was discovered. Ayyappan's scooter was found on the riverbank. The police have received information about the sighting of an unidentified body in the river on Saturday evening. When they reached the spot and retrieved the body from the river, the scientist's identity was discovered. Ayyappan's scooter was also found on the riverbank. These, of course, are the big details we are tracking for you. Let me bring in Belly Thomas for more on this story. Belly, sad news, of course, coming in there. Is the police looking at foul play in this case? Have they begun investigation?
Absolutely, Uday. The Mandya police have registered a case of unnatural death and death under mysterious circumstances and are probing into whether if any foul play is there in the death of this agricultural scientist and Padma Shri awardee Dr. Subanna Ayyappan. So it was on Saturday evening that the locals spotted an unidentified body that was floating on the Kaveri River, and the police were informed, and a team immediately arrived at the spot and retrieved the body, and it was sent to postmortem when it was identified that it was of Dr. Subanna Ayyappan, who had gone missing from his house on May 7. And on May 8th, his family in Visheshwara Nagar in Mysuru's industrial area had lodged a missing complaint with the Vidyaranyapura police, who analyzed CCTV footage and found that Ayyappan was traveling on a scooter somewhere near Srirangapatna, and then the Vidyaranyapura police had indeed contacted Srirangapatna police to track him anywhere if they find him there. And so as and when the search operation was happening, it was on Saturday evening, they got to know that the identified an unidentified body was found floating on the river, and his scooter was also parked next to the river bed, which had the police get to know his identity.
Thank you, Berry Thomas, for joining us with those updates. On that note, let's take a short break. Stay with NewsX.